Okay guys, it's kind of raining today on me, but I decided to come out and on my tiger fig tree I decided, you know what, I hadn't checked it in a while, and so I decided just to cut. I'm gonna just cut it because the other one that I cut off only had a little bit of roots on it, and I potted it, and that's it back here. This one right here. So it took. So anyway, so I cut it off. I brought it in here. I started to take off the aluminum foil, and I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta show y'all. You know, this is really a blessing to see this. Anyway, so taking off, you know, the aluminum foil, and when I pulled it off, look at this side. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it through the paper yet, but it's full of roots. So that's a good thing, a very good thing. A lot of roots. So this is really going to take off when I plant it. Put it in a pot. See? I don't know if you can see. It looks like shadow to me. See all the root in there? Let's see if I can get this off without. Now this is the problem you can get. Like with it being in here, as long as it's been in here, we can have a problem getting this off. Okay, that side came off. We got it. Got it off. And we have. Now this has to come off. That has to come off. And look at all the roots. That's a tree. Okay, that's a tiger fig. So what I need to do, let me go get some mud, because I'm out of mud right now. If you can look in here, I'm out of mud, but I got some in the container. Let me get it. Okay, so I do have, well, that's ripped, so let me get one out of here. Okay, here we go. I got one here, we'll use this. So this is some pretty decent mud here. I'd like to go get some out the coop. Maybe we'll get a little handful out the coop. Put in there some manure. Beautiful. Okay, now let me see this. Beautiful. Actually, I could probably stick this in some mud, and I probably ought to do it. Just be safe. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to stick it in the mud down here where I got things propagating. I got the goji berries. I do have a Celeste in here, and I see some new growth on it. So it's taking root. And I don't want to waste this little bitty plant. I don't want to waste it. I'm going to go ahead and just stick it in the ground, stick it in the mud here. We'll see what it does, okay? This is getting new growth on it. The goji berry plants look like they're probably rooting. Now, I had put some mulberry cuttings in here, and I can tell they died. So nothing's happening with them. So I need to try that again. I've never been successful with my propagating my mulberries. And the goji berries look fine. They got to be rooting. Okay, this is a tiger. I got to remember. I don't have nothing to mark it right now. Let's see. Let me put it down there. I can get it underneath the light. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Let it get some light. And actually, I need to probably water that. Let me dump this in here. Got some mud here that I can start amending, but not today. I just wanted to show you guys that. There she is. It's a LSU Tiger fig, and that came from an air layer, and y'all saw the roots on it. It's incredible. That's the kind of stuff. Now I like. Now the reason I had pulled them out earlier than this to start with, because the last time I did it, in a matter of 3 weeks, I had just about like that of roots. It's probably a different time of the year, so I got to watch that. I think I did it a little bit too early. I need to kind of wait more toward the middle to the end of spring. I started like it wasn't even spring yet, you know, and so maybe and I didn't document what time I did the other ones, you know what I mean? And see, that's kind of stuff I think I need to write down. And document these things so I know. Well, I won't always be guessing at it, and I'm always guessing because I don't remember when I did it, when I did them last year, you know. So I left it in a little longer. And look, fig trees are very easy. I find they easy to air layer. And so if you have some fig trees and you want to make more to give away, to sell, or to increase your orchard of with more fig trees, this is the way to go, you know. Doing this, what I'm doing here, putting it in the mud, I mean, it works, but you're starting off with no roots, so it's got to root. You know, it's going to take a lot longer for that to get as many roots as that got, in the amount of time that made the roots. This is going to even take longer to make that many roots, okay? And if you do it on a nice size branch, well, you got, almost looks like I got a nice sizable tree to sell, you know. Now I'm gonna let before I would even sell that, I'm gonna keep it for a couple of weeks and when I start seeing new growth on it, I know that the roots are spreading out and it's causing some new growth. So that'll give me one. That's a tiger. This is a tiger. And I'm pretty sure that one in the back is a tiger. No, that's a Celeste. Where's my other tiger? Right here. This is it. This is it right here. See how small it is? It was a small branch, but it's getting new green on it. It's growing, so it gives me 3 tigers, but 2 of them are going to be really big enough for me to sell them this year. And this gold's looking good, growing really good, and now the purples only have 2 purples. I got one right here, and I put one in a pot right there. Okay, right there, and I got that in a pot because that's actually going to be what I'm going to keep, you know. But before, I'm not selling that until I know this thing grows and I can be able to air layer off of it, because you know we got you know, got to make sure we're going to make it through this. You know, if I sell that and then this winter something happens and I lose that tree, I gotta go buy a tree, another LSU purple fig tree. I have to go buy one so I can make more on them. I almost messed up and ran out, and I had 2 little twigs that I kept. Those came from not an air layer, but taking a piece of a branch that I had left on the tree, and thinking the whole tree was dead, because I can't remember what happened. It had to be a winter, some kind of way. It froze, and but I still had enough green in one section that I put 2 pieces of a branch in the mud, and it's taken. This is its 2nd year, and look how small they are. You see, that's why air layering's good, because you can get you a nice size branch to air layer on. You got a decent looking tree, and when it starts growing, it's growing from that point, and so you look like for resale, it's the best thing to do, because I mean you can sell them the same year. Usually, if you just propagating, you know, branches or cuttings, they call it. You can't sell them the same year. You got to let them grow, because I got to get some height to them and all that. And that happens in the 2nd year, so probably by the 3rd year, you can't sell it to the 3rd year, you know. So it's like, you know, if you got big production going on and you got a bunch of them, and you can do that, and every year you do it, and then, you know, then one year when they're ready to sell, let's say you got 50 trees to sell, and you got 50 for the next year ready, and 50, you know what I mean, and you just got them coming behind one another like that. That's fine to do it that way. That would be the easier, quickest, and cheapest way to do it, and when you're doing a bunch of them. But just me, I get a couple of them a year off of the trees, and to me it's worth just doing the air layer. And when I do the air layer, I can sell them the same year. Here's my LSU gold, and we got figs coming out on it already. Look, right there. Okay, there. Every branch has figs on it. Every branch. Even the little small branches. Look, I got figs everywhere on it. So that's a blessing on that. Now this is a Unois. No, this is the black Italian. Now it's starting to get them. See, it's starting. So it does it a little bit behind that one. And that's okay, as long as I get them. And that's my tree, and I'm waiting for it to grow its branches out so I can start air layering off of it and making more trees to sell, because the way it grows, it doesn't grow out, it grows straight up. Here's my tiger, and my tiger's got figs coming out. You see the stripes on it? That's why they call it a tiger. Now, it's not ready to pick when it looks like stripes. You know, you would think the first time I had them, I was picking them when they were stripes, because I'm thinking a tiger with the stripes, and that's when you pick it. But no, it's still got to turn dark. but it has a different flavor. And to me, out of all the fig trees that I've sold, because I've sold some other, the brown turkey, I can't even remember all the names of them now. At one time I had like 7 different varieties here, and the LSU Tiger was the best tasting one out of all of them. Okay, so now I like them all. They're all good, and you can make preserves with it, fig preserves and all that. And I got my Celeste tree out in the front where I made about 4 trees off of it, or 5 trees off of it this year, and that was because I had a branch. If you remember, I had a branch that grew close to the bottom and grew in the dirt. When I pulled it up, they had roots all over it, so I cut it up and I made trees, and they all growing. Everything's growing off the Celeste, doing good. So figs are a way to go. They're good. Good for sweet, for something sweet. You can add figs in your smoothies to sweeten up your smoothies instead of, like, if you're looking for something, a sweetener to add, figs are good. And making the fig preserves are awesome. And you don't really have to add sugar. I made some fig preserve. I added very little sugar, just very little, and man, everybody loved it when they were eating it. We had some cream cheese and crackers out, and I broke out a fig preserve, and man, they chowed down on it, and actually emptied the jar. I mean, that's how much. Here's my Unois. I didn't even check it to see if it's getting any figs yet, because I didn't see any on this thing for a while. I still don't see any yet, but I'm seeing where little spots they're getting ready to. So we'll see what kind of figs this get. There's one fig there. See how little? And so we're gonna get some figs off of this. This tree is one that air layered, and I cut them off too early, and none of them took. So that was a drag. So I lost those 2. But anyway, all right, guys, just want to give you that. Let's just see that, because I'm coming in. You hear the rain hitting on the metal roof here. I don't want to get my camera wet, and I can't do no work out here. There's nothing to do in the greenhouse right now, so that's going to wrap it up for this, okay? So you'll be blessed. See you in the next video, man. Like it if you haven't. Subscribe. Share it, please. See you in the next video. Bye.